Hey guys, HonestTom23 here. In the last part we found out the mystery of the invisible whatever the hell it was. So now we can actually enter the Fall Tree Gym and hopefully get our next gym badge. Now, I quite like this gym apart from the gym leader, but I'll talk to that when I get there. Because this is actually a flying type gym, and coincidentally I got, a Magnemite. I got Marmite just before this gym. I didn't even realise it was going to be a flying type gym and how useful Marmite was actually going to be. But yeah, coincidentally, everything worked out okay. So I didn't really have any troubles with the trainers in this gym because I also had Eric, because Eric knows Shockwave, and even though Eric's special attack isn't that high, Shockwave still did the damage. And I now have 5 Pokemon, so none of these trainers really gave me any real trouble, because they're all flying types. Because even this Skarmory, is still weak to electric attacks. I thought it was steel type, but I don't know. So the other big part of this gym is actually, there's quite a cool gimmick here. Instead of just, walking through, gallivanting through, or hitting random switches, what you actually have to do is hit these spinny things and spin them in the right way so you can actually create a path for yourself. It's a pretty cool puzzle, I think it's actually done quite well because it's not impossibly hard. You're not going to be there for like days and days and days, but it's something quite nice just to get you through. Not too sure what it has to do with flying Pokemon and the air, but I won't complain, it's pretty cool. So yeah, Marmite is actually Magneton out. I wasn't too sure if it was or not. I was going to say Magnemite, but yeah, it's Magneton, so even better, And Floss now has Fly, so Floss can actually now do some damage, but Marmite, being level 30, and with such high special attack, and the fact that I have Spark, just takes out most things. I mean, it would have been a lot smarter idea really to teach Marmite Thunderbolt, and I'm very annoyed that I didn't do that. I'm not too sure which is stronger, Thunderbolt or Spark, but I'm pretty sure it's Thunderbolt. So that would have made my life a lot easier. So we have Tropius here, who we're going to see a couple of times. It was kind of odd because I'm guessing it's flying and grass type, so yeah, actually using flying type moves is still going to be useful. It's actually useful as well, so. Again, like most gyms in these later generations, you're not going to just get normal types, like one set type anymore. So you really do have to have a large squad and different types of Pokemon, just because of the large range you're going to fight. And again, we're going to see that more in the gym battle, but I don't even want to talk about that yet. That was rough times. That was definitely rough. Yeah, these things you can only hit in a certain way, so you can't like hit them from any direction because they spin. So this is me figuring it out. Maybe I should have done like a practice run to make sure I knew how to do these puzzles. Again, none of them are that hard at all, but if you're like me and you don't practice, or you're just trying to get through as quick as you can, you're gonna get stuck. Right, so here's another double battle. Not too many battles in this gym. There's 2 double battles, but yeah, that's okay. Once again, I'm using Floss because I want Floss to level up, or I want Floss to evolve eventually. That's the dream. But and then I'm using Floss and Marmite because Marmite can just take out anything in one pretty much. So Floss is going to get all that experience, while Marmite is pretty much doing all the work. Well, Marmite levels up as well, but pretty good deal you got going on here. There we go, Floss level 31. Again, takedown, it's not for me. It might have been good on Floss actually, but I decided not to. So here's a new Pokemon. I think we saw the pre-evolved form of this before, the little head thing. But yeah, once it evolves it actually grows a body, which is quite nice. And that's actually a psychic and flying type Pokemon. So again, you're going to get so many different types in this gym that really it doesn't matter too much which Pokemon you picked, because if you didn't have an electric type and you had a ghost type, say, I'm not too sure where you would have got a ghost type from, but you know what I'm trying to say here, you know what I'm talking about. So this is probably the hardest puzzle of the gym, but again, it's not that hard. I just wasn't too sure what to do initially. So this is me just thinking, not too sure what to do here. And I didn't even see that trainer. I was too busy focusing on the puzzle. So I didn't even see this guy. But yeah, this is actually the last like trainer in the gym, and luckily for me it's another one of these. And Gus just does nothing to it. I mean, Gummy doesn't do anything to it. More recently, Gummy has actually become not as good. I mean, it's still pretty good, but its attacks are getting a lot weaker. I mean, I think that's one of the problems with bug Pokemon in general, that their attack and special attack isn't that high. But, you know, Gummy's still good. I could really do with some new moves though. I'm hoping to teach it Psychic at some point, because I mean, Gust, Poison Sting, they're just, you know, not very good attacks, especially at this stage. I didn't learn Light Screen, didn't really see the point in it. No, it's a good attack, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really see the point. So yeah, what you have to do that, then you have to go up, up, and then you have to go round again. Although you have to hit this one along, hit it along, and then go up, and you've done it. Pretty simple. Now, I'm going to make a weird cut here, because I had a lot of trouble with this gym. Like, a lot of trouble. So, off screen I was leveling up my Pokemon, but as I was leveling up my Pokemon, Erica started evolving, so I thought I'd better show that. I didn't really want to cut it out and then be like, oh, by the way, this evolved, well, hey, woo! You know, in the next part, it would have been a bit weird. But yeah, I was actually training in the grass just right of Thought Tree City. There's some Oddiches, Marill, Puccina, Mightina, and Absol. And then there's another sort of Pokemon, I think, that I can't remember. There's quite a few Pokemon. Not the best place to train in the world, I would say, but still pretty decent place. I mean, they're level 25, level 27. You get all sorts of Pokemon there, so yeah, I did do a lot of leveling up off screen. Like, my Pokemon were what, level 31, level 32? But now, kind of, and again, another weird cut, and we are actually back in the gym. And with my Pokemon rearranged, let's finally take on this gym leader. Now, first things first. In every one of my LPs so far of Pokemon games, there has been one gym that's given me so much trouble. In Pokemon Y, it was the 4th Electric Gym, because I didn't have any decent Pokemon against it. In Pokemon Pearl, it was the 2nd Grass Gym, because I didn't have any decent Pokemon against it. And in this gym, in this game, it's this flying type gym. Now you may think, oh, I have a Magneton, and I have Eric as well now. Why did I have so much trouble? Well, the problem is, Sablu easy, I could take out pretty much all her Pokemon no problem, apart from one, which we're going to see in a bit. So what I'm actually doing here, I can just take Sablu out in one with Marmite, but I'm actually going to be using Eric here, and using Iron Defense, because Eric is now evolved, and Eric's best stat is its defense, because I think it's reached 100 now that is evolved. So I will be using Iron Defense, because the next Pokemon is really going to mess me up. So yeah, I'm using Iron Defense against Sablu, just because Sablu can't really do anything against me. It uses Mirror Move when I use Shockwave on it, and that actually did a bit more damage than I really would have liked. But again, I bought some potions just in case of this situation happening, because I had to buy some potions, because all the stuff I had I used up on my first attempt of this battle. Because I got destroyed the first time I did this battle. It was embarrassing how bad I got beat. But then I delayed actually doing this battle for like a week or two, just because I really didn't want to have to do it. It really did suck. And the only way I found to do it really is to over level, which you may say is a bit cheap, but I had to get through this. You know, doing a lot just because I'm a bit over leveled, I had to get through this battle somehow. So Eric has now got a load of Iron Defenses, so it's pretty much a tank at this point in time. No Pokemon's going to be really doing any damage to it, or any physical attacks anyway. So before we go into the... oh no, I risk it, yeah. I was thinking I healed then, but I didn't. So Eric is now super defense, has super defense, and is going to be able to take attacks a lot better. So Sablu's dead. It's because of this damn Pokemon. Oh, it was awful, I tell you. This Pokemon is what I would say cheating by the game. I feel like the game is cheating me right here with this, because it's a flying gym, but she has a dragon flying type Pokemon, and it knows Earthquake, which is one of the best ground type attacks you can have. So unless you have an ice Pokemon or a dragon Pokemon, which you probably won't at this stage in the game, you're going to have a lot of trouble here. So what I actually did was use Iron Defense, so even though Eric is weak to Earthquake, he's such a tank at the moment that Earthquakes, despite being super powerful, only do like 20 to 25 damage each time. Also, I have a load of potions, so it can't actually do that much damage to me, so every time it attacks me, if I ever get too low, I can just heal up. So I wasn't too worried at this point. Also, she used one of her potions on the Sablu before this, so again, I pretty much had this in the bag. It's just a shame I had to, you know, level up my Pokemon this much, so... Because I think the whole point in gyms is that you're not supposed to be the level of their best Pokemon. That you're actually supposed to beat it on, you know, type matching and actually being skillful at the game. But when it's just gonna... This Pokemon just spams Earthquake. So any Pokemon that I would actually do decent damage to this thing can't do decent damage because it just gets killed. You know, Marmite dies in one because it doesn't have good defense, and Earthquake is really effective against it. And then all my other Pokemon can't do any damage because they don't know Ice or Dragon attacks. I think there's one more weakness that it has, but I can't really remember. I just thought it was a bit unfair by the game, but again, I did it. It's done. I was a bit stupid there. I left Eric out. I was just hoping for that I could, because Eric was such a tank, that it would probably be a good idea to keep Eric out, so then I can just try and burn through the rest. But now that her most annoying, strongest Pokemon is dead, I didn't have any problems here. Well, I had some problems, but I wasn't too worried. This was the furthest I've ever got. I'd never taken out that Pokemon before, and I knew all her other Pokemon were weaker than that one, so... Oh, come on, a Dragon type that knows Earthquake? It's... I don't know. I just didn't like it. I mean, I did it, but, you know, I was hoping to use some X defense and X specials or whatever, but you can't actually buy them at this point in the game. Well, you might be able to, but I think you have to buy them in Lily Cove, and I don't think we got there yet, so... I just had to beat this using my moves, and then I spent a lot of time looking up where I could get, like, Ice Beam and things like that, and, yeah... The only solution I could find was to level up my Pokemon a lot more. I mean, if you guys have any ideas, if you want to leave a strategy I could have used in the comments to combat that Earthquake using my squad, I mean, I'm happy to hear them, because I'm actually interested, because I thought maybe there is another way, but I really don't think there is. So Skarmory's dead. Marmite didn't have any trouble there. Again, Marmite's level 34, so that's higher than his higher level than her, you know, best Pokemon, so I didn't think I would have any trouble. But this Pokemon is goddamn annoying, Tropius, because it's a grass flying type. So while, you know, my moves actually do decent damage to it still, it's really annoying because it has this attack called Synthesis, which just heals it. And that's all she uses because I do good damage on her, so she just gets healed all the time. And then also Marmite's been hit by sand attacks, so his attacks, like that, occasionally miss. So I sped up this bit so I could fit this whole battle in the part, and because this bit was extremely boring to watch. This is all it is. It's just I hit it with Spark, it heals. I hit it with Spark again, it uses Sunny Day. But we're almost done, so I'm very glad I did this gym. I think that's the hardest gym that I'm going to have to do. Even when I get to the Elite Four, I think the Elite Four is going to be nicer than that. But again, I've never done the Elite Four in this game, so it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun. Now with that, we finally get the Feather Badge, which is very nice. And the cool thing is that we now actually use Fly, which is going to be really helpful for just getting around. And we get TM40, which is actually decent. She gives us Aerial Ace for nothing, you know. Well, I remember Aerial Ace being really good in the 5th gen when I did my LP, so I will probably be teaching that to Sablu at some point. I might as well. But let's finally get out of this evil place, and yeah, I think that's about it. Oh no, Scott gives us a call. Because now he's suddenly realising what a hot shot we are, what a cool dude we are. But yeah, in the next part, now that we have the Feather Badge, we'll be leaving Fort Tree City and heading through the next route. So I've been HonestTom23, and I hope to see you then.